In the only building this franchise has ever known. We're at the home of the Texans. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. Fairbairn ready to get this one going. And we're off and running from Houston. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Allen comes out throwing. Pass into the hands of Dalton Kincaid. This is ahead for about 5. Jalen Petrie there on the stop. From the 35 on 2nd down. He's got this complete to James Cook. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
First tone of the game for James Cook. And he's able to get this down to the 36. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
1st and 10. Here's Allen. Has him on a quick hitter. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. On 1st down, Allen. Curtis Samuel's there for the catch. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Working quickly here. Cook. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Bills finish up an excellent opening series. It's a James Cook touchdown. Bass gets the extra point to go. And the Bills will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Bass now to kick this away. And they won't return this, so with the new rules and because it hit in the landing zone first, the touchback will only come out to the 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Stroud in the air to start us off. Connection made to Dell. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Making the stop that time, Taron Johnson.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Shotgun now, 1st round. Dell with the grab. He's got room to roam here. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. Picked by Derek Forrest. Finds a seam left side. He's off to the races. The 30. The 10. And he makes the house go. It's a touchdown on the pick six. Bass on for the extra point. They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. They'll get another chance to knock the extra point through. Extra distance, no problem for him as his kick is good. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Here's Tremon Smith with the return. There was some trickery here on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Fresh off the pick, here's Stroud. Cut by Collins on the slant. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Making the stop that time, Taron Johnson. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Hits him on the in route. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Christian Benford up to make that stop.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. From the gun, Stroud. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. On the carry, here's Dameon Pierce. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Try and get in it to Nico Collins. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Stroud now on 3rd. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Throwing is Fran. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Looking to throw, Stroud. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Stroud gonna go on 4th down. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Rasul Douglas picks it off. And the Bills have it now as he makes the 20th interception of his career. Well, they had one last gasp to try to make something happen here in the red zone, Brock. Just wasn't there. This defense too locked in, coming up with the interception.
Yeah, it's the work they do on those first 3 downs to get to this 4th down, like a pitcher does, to get to an 0-2 count. They know it's their advantage. And once that offense decides to go for it on 4th down, a good chance they're going to get that stop. And oh, by the way, a few style points added to the stat sheet with the INT.
No luck finding his receiver that time. So it'll be 2nd down.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
2nd down. Here's Allen again. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Dalton Kincaid, the intended target there. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
Allen on 3rd down. Throw right side, and Shakir has it. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. First down throw for Allen. Escapes the pocket. Into the hands of Samuel. Complete. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle. Allen gonna throw again. Buying some time right. Run right. Throwing deep down the side.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. To the air again, Allen. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he can't dig him out from deep on their own side. He stopped inside the 10. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. Our score, 14-0. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Welcome back. We'll begin the second quarter with the Texans in possession. They'll have it here after forcing that punt to end the first. First down, Stroud. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Blitz coming for Stroud. Has a man, Dalton Schultz. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Texans are going to have a first down. Back to throw, Stroud. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Nico Collins, the intended target. And it's going to be second down.
Time to shine, fellas. Here we go.
Completed to Collins. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Into the hands of Schultz. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Making the stop that time, Taron Johnson. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's Stroud now. And he's got this complete to Dameon Pierce. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. To the sideline, Collins brings it in. And he'll be out of bounds just a yard or two short of that 25. They pick up 20 yards there. And it sets up a Houston first. Still sticking with the passing game. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Terrell Bernard. And the Bills will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Tight end going in motion here. First and 10. Here's Allen. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. Second down coming up.
Back to the air, Allen. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He'll get this to Samuel. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. They'll come up 1st and 10. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he found some running room for a nice gain.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you'd really break the backs of a defense.
Catch is made down the right sideline. Give him 30 yards on that one. And that's good for a Bills first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Second and 3. And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills parlay the interception into points. Extra point up and good from Bass. And the Bills stretch their lead to 21. Bass now to kick this away. Here's Tremont Smith with the return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. The screen pass falls incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. And they pick him off again. Taron Johnson has it. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. Bass on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bills continue piling on to this lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Here's Smith on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Drive starts out with a first and 10. Fresh off the pick, here's Stroud. This is complete to Schultz. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And now they need to get 4 on third down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Stroud now on third. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. A quick 3 plays, Brock, and we have arrived at fourth down just like that as he comes through with some contact to break up what looked like a catch.
Now, guess what, Kate? These guys aren't getting paid by the down defensively. They want to get themselves off the field in as few snaps as possible, and there was no way they were letting this drive extend beyond a 3 and out.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now at NRG. And it's the Bills taking over on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Allen. This one's quickly to Shakir. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Throwing now on 1st down, Allen. He sends this one to the end zone. And the defender comes away with it. Picked off by Derek Stingley Jr. They're out and set. 1st and 10. From the gun, Stroud. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's again at 27 yards to move the chains. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Stroud throwing here on 1st. He can't connect with him. Incomplete. Just put it a little too close to the boundary there. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's 2nd down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
He lets one fly deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Tank Dell the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Texans cut the lead by a quarter. Down now to 21. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Cook trying this one up the gut. And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. Aziz Al-Shire that time on the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Allen. The Texans close it in, and they will get him. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
He has the 1st over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their 1st time out. Allen now on 1st down. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. He's going to push one deep down the right. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Throwing all the way to the end zone here. Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. Jeff Okuda with the INT. And the Texans are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back, because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
It's 1st and 10 for their final drive of the half. We've got 23 seconds remaining. Shotgun now, first round. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody.
Yeah.
And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
2nd and 10, Stroud to throw. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Houston! The Texans parlay the interception into points. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level, because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, and just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Looking to throw. Finds Kincaid. And he's able to cross the 40 before going out.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Here comes the final play of our first half. Back to throw it. He puts some juice on a deep throw. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Jimmy Ward has it. And the Texans do not get the return all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our first half. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Bass now to kick this away. Returnable from the 2. He loses it on the hit. And they steal it back on the return. And Buffalo will take this one back for the touchdown. The Bills stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. Bass gets the extra point to go. And the Bills stretch their lead to 21. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Stroud. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Nico Collins, the intended target. So that brings up 2nd down. Here's Stroud now. Cut by Diggs. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 24 on that play. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. He's still going at the 30. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it sets up a Houston 1st.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. That's Cole Bishop. Get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
You know, I can still hear the call all the way up in the booth. Okie, Okie! That's what that whole defense screams after an interception, and you see everybody getting involved. That nearly went for a house call. Just an incredible effort by that offense to run it down, but even with that, they will take that Okie any day. What a huge pick in return for that defense.
Breaks through, and he might break away. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 1st down from the red zone. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Tough to blame him for that drop, Rock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Offense in the hurry up here. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Allen on 3rd down. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
They'll go. Allen. And this is down all the way to the 3. It's a 13-yard pickup, and no worry at all on their side from being able to reach that marker on 4th down. That was impressive.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Offense up to the line fast. Another one for Cook. And he's in for the touchdown. The Bills push their lead further to start the half. It's a James Cook touchdown. Extra point up and good from Bass. And the Bills grow their lead yet again. Bass now to kick this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
From the 38. Schultz with the catch. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Into the hands of Schultz. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Brought down by Rasul Douglas.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
They connect on the deep shot. And in for the Houston touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Throwing here, Allen. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Allen. He puts some power on a deep one left. He's got it deep downfield. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills keeping the pedal floored and adding 6 more. Bass gets the extra point to go. And the Bills tack on 7 more to their lead. Bass now to kick this away. Here's Smith on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25.
Hey, this is what you get paid for. Go the distance. Let's bring it in.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. And they pick him off again. Picked by Derek Forrest. And the Bills take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take this man out.
And he's brought down for a loss. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Again, it's Cook. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Aziz Al-Shire that time on the tackle. A gain of 4 for them. That sets up 3rd and 7.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Throw on 3rd down. Got a man. Palmer has it. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Looking touchdown, but can't connect. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And it sets up 2nd down. Back to the air, Allen. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's the Bills football, and they can pretty well cruise the rest of the way. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Allen looking to throw. Touchdown, Buffalo! Bass on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bills continue adding on to that lead. Bass now to kick this away. Here's Smith on the return. They pull out the reverse. Good looking return here, and he's got room. Field flipping return as he brought it down on the opposite side of the 50.
Hey, listen, I get it. I'm as guilty as anyone. So hyper-focused on offense and defense, often forgetting it's special teams in a play like that can swing a game. What a great return now to start out on a short field, and you've got to believe all this offense is thinking is let's capitalize and find that end zone.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd and 8. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He was hoping to get it to Tank Dell there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. From the gun, Stroud. Yeah, this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands, couldn't hang on. It's going to be 4th down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Desperation time here on 4th. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. And he'll get this through midfield and starts pushing into Texans territory.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
Allen on third and short. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. They're set up at the 35 now. First down throw for Allen. He can't connect with him. Incomplete. Just put it a little too close to the boundary there. This one misses the tight end. And that'll bring up second down.
The offense not shy about sending him downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. This is Cook. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Here's a give to Cook. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. 2 yards on that run. That's going to bring up 4th and 6. From the shotgun, it's Allen. They can't connect as the coverage comes through. The 4th down stands.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Shotgun now for Stroud. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Trying to find his tight end. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, you can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. It just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. Caught by Collins on the slant. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it sets up a Houston first. Collins, the receiver, in motion left. Puts his body on the line, and he got it. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Texans are going to have a first down. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Hits his running back. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Pierce off the middle. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it sets up a Houston first.
Here we go.
To the air, Stroud. Complete to Dell.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Stroud. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. That throw behind his intended target.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Has it at the 7. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Pierce. And it won't matter in the end, but nevertheless, he's in for the late touchdown. The Texans putting up points in a game decided. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
That one right down the middle. And the Texans cut the lead down to a more manageable 28 points. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So following the return, looks like somebody's shaken up. Trainers out to determine how severe this may be. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now it's Cook. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They'll run it with Cook. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. So the Bills fight their way to a win on the road. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Bills, as we'll see you next time from Houston.